So Hester, would you like to talk us through your IPQ question, how you went about answering it, what you found out and what you learned through the process?
Okay, so my IPQ I did on dreams. My question was how dreams work and if we were right to believe in them. Yeah. Okay, I'll go. Okay, so that's basically just saying what I said. Then there are different types of dreams, and on this slide I'm explaining what lucid dreams are. So when you're completely asleep, and this is when you won't remember your dream as soon as you wake up, and that you are seeing something, that you are dreaming about something that you saw earlier in the day that you might not have realized. So it could be a house when you are driving past and you just flipped your eyes onto the other side, but then it would be projected into a dream. Yeah. And then, so then there are different types of nightmares. And so nightmares happen for lots of different reasons. Most reasons are because you were stressed earlier in the day. And then there are different types of nightmares, which the main ones are natural disasters, Walking Dead, and snakes. The snakes represent something which is unpredictable and not in your control that you might be scared about. And in nightmares, there's an 11% chance that you might have a heart attack in your sleep and die, which I thought was scary. And then natural disasters mean that when you're scared of something that might be happening, like maybe there's something that was on the news that you might have been scared about, or something where you went on holiday and you might have been scared about. And the Walking Dead is when you know somebody that's died recently and might be projected into your dream. So it could be a pet, it could be a relative, it could be a friend, but most of the time it's not the actual person in the dream, but somebody else, and somebody that you don't know. Then spiders in the dream, they're mainly a phobia of something, and it can mean that you're scared of something else, can be in the dream. Like personally, I'm scared of snorkeling. I don't know why, but I am. And so I had a nightmare when I was drowning and I kept on screaming, but nobody could hear me. And then my mum has a nightmare when she's in an exam, and I think she hasn't revised at all, and it's her O-levels, but she looks at the paper and it's in a foreign language, so she doesn't know what anything means. Then the dreams that so my mum, she has a really weird place where she goes to dreams, where there's this house and she has different dreams in the house, which is really weird because normally you don't go to the same place over and over again, and you wouldn't remember it. But for some reason my mum always does. And she says that she doesn't know this house in particular, but it could just be that she might have gone there as a child and not remembered it, and she comes back to it in dreams. And most of the time you can't remember dreams when you wake up because you can't remember the place where you went to. But that's the end of the slideshow.
Okay, what's your last slide, Hester?
I'm not sure. Oh,
okay.
I don't think that was finished, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. So how did you choose this as your IPQ question? It sounds like you've had lots of chats with your mum about dreams, but how did you get into this as the topic that you wanted to do for your IPQ?
I was really interested in dreams because there's not much research, and it's something that people look over and don't really care about. So they just look over it and don't really think about it that much in other way that people do.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be very interesting to see how dreams worked.
Okay, and so what is your answer to your question then? Are people right to believe in dreams?
Sometimes, if it's a place you know, then you could just be projecting something from your dreams, from your mind into your dreams. But if it's something like you're winning the lottery, it's probably most likely that it's not going to be true.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Adelbert, do you have any questions for Hester?
Great, I like that. I understand a bit more about dreams now, which I think is the most important thing. Comments wise, yeah, great, brilliant. And I think it's really important when you started, you could kind of tell you're a little bit nervous, but as you kind of went through, you were telling stories, and a presentation should always be about telling a story and having fun. And I think you kind of did that, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely showed that you enjoyed it and you warmed up as you went along, Hester. That was really. You mentioned one of your dreams. What is your most memorable dream, do you think, Hester? What's the dream that you remember most?
I think it's mainly nightmares that I remember when I'm stuck in cars or drowning.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. That doesn't sound very nice. Do you have those very often?
I had a dream where I was stuck in a car and people were trying to break in a lot when I was younger, but I haven't had it recently.
Good. I'm pleased to hear that. Does everybody remember their dreams, do you think?
Well, as I said before, it depends if you know the place. Most people don't remember dreams, but that's just because they're so asleep, lucid dreams, that they can't really remember what's happening because their brain is sort of taking over the memory part in dreams.
Okay.
So
and in your sorry, go on. In your research, did you find out, does it change as you age? Do you remember more dreams when you're young, or?
Most nightmares happen in adults.
Okay.
Most dreams that won't come true happen in kids because their imagination is a bit more crazy. And then the dreams change from kids from having dreams about unicorns and then flying across Disneyland or something to nightmares in adults, or sometimes losing something that you've had when you've become older.
Okay, that's really interesting. Thank you, Hester. I think you've done really, really well today. You clearly understand your topic, and you've done lots of reading around it. And I'm really, really impressed with how you've put your PowerPoint together, because I know it's something that you sometimes find a bit difficult, isn't it? So yeah, you've done really well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're all done. So if you want to hang up, I'll